Either way, he still went 16 for 25, threw for 204 yards and got a rushing touchdown. Can't really be mad at how he performed. Besides that first pass, it was a pretty bad pass to Zach Pascal, and he paid for it with a pick six in like our first possession. We were down 14-0 in the first quarter, and I was like, dang, hopefully the Jaguars don't just steam and just run past like what they did to the Chargers. But luckily we brought his best worst performance. On to Miles Sanders. He's a dog. We all know this, but this game he really popped out. I mean, he was popping off. He had 27 carries for a total of 134 yards. He was breaking a lot of tackles, and he was being super patient behind the line of scrimmage, just kind of waiting for a hole to develop and then shooting through it. So that's what we like to see. We like to see that patience from my boy. But he had a hell of a game. Yeah, Gainwell got a nice 10-yard touchdown, but whenever it came to getting those yards, you know, just them tough yards, Miles Sanders was getting it. So shout out to Miles Sanders. Now on to AJ Brown. I mean, he had a pretty good game in the first half. He went 5 catches for 95 yards, but I will say he dropped a pretty crucial catch in the fourth quarter on 4th down. It was like in his hands. He kind of bobbled it and then dropped it, but it is what it is. We still win the game. He performed pretty well regardless. So still shout out to Swole Batman. I would never talk trash about him because he could beat my ass. Okay. That's it for the offensive playmakers that did well. Onto the defense. We got Hassan Reddick. Popped off. He's a dog. I think he's the reason we won it on the defensive side anyway. He like forced 2 fumble and recovered 3, but he was on fire. He was making plays, just making tackles all over the field today. He was on fire. Same thing with TJ Edwards. He got a pretty big sack on Trevor Lawrence and made a lot of good solo tackles, which he seems to always do this year. I didn't think he was this good last year, but he's really playing well this year. But he was also all over the field. And James Bradbury, man, James Bradbury is a dog, bro. He was our only healthy corner, like that's solid and has, you know, weight to his name. And he got a clutch pick in the end of the third quarter. They were moving down the field, you know, and then he just came off of his route because he was reading Trevor Lawrence's eyes and jumped a wheel route by like the slot receiver and just jumped and flew across the screen. And god damn it, he caught that damn ball. It was a pretty nice interception from him. So, you know, without our corners, you know, he really held it down. Also, number 33, I'm blanking on his name, but it's something Scott. He played pretty well the first 3 quarters also, but then started to get burnt a little bit. But it is what it is. That's all for like overall key playmakers. But overall with the offense, I'd say that the offense played pretty well. The offensive line played great, even though Jordan Mailata and the left guard, Isaac, I'm forgetting his last name, but he also, both of them got injured, and our offensive line was still doing their thing. You know, they were still popping off. But hopefully they get a speedy recovery because we need them, you know. But yeah, we definitely wish the offensive line a speedy recovery because we need them for sure. On to the defense. The defense played well, created a lot of stops without Avonte Maddox and Darius Slay, but you can definitely tell that our secondary was struggling towards, you know, the third quarter, fourth quarter. They were kind of getting diced up on deep passes. When Trevor Lawrence wanted to throw the ball deep and wasn't dropping the damn football, he could, you know. But shout out to our front 4 and our linebackers because that's who we really heavily depended on today, and they got it done in the trenches for sure. It was a hell of a game, and they got it done. But praying for a speedy recovery for everybody that was injured, especially Darius Slay and Maddox, because we need help on the secondary for sure. I mean, defense played amazing, so keep it up, guys. Overall opinion, I'd say it was a great win for the team. Staying as one of the only undefeated team in the NFL. We had our first real game with adversity here and handled it very well. So you like to see that. Next week we play the Cardinals. Hopefully we get a dub there, 5-0. If not, you'll hear me shit on the Eagles next week. But it was a pretty good performance. I'm happy with what I saw. And good game for the Birds. That's about it for me. As always, guys, stay safe, stay blessed. I'll have a lineup video for you guys on Monday or Tuesday because I just picked up Lucas Joyner. Stay safe, stay blessed. See you on the next video. Peace, guys.